What's up, guys? This is Kyle Rose back at you with yet another video, and today we're going to be talking about Sonic Prime. Now, Sonic Prime is in fact going to be very deep, and with the logo design and with a lot of the writers that are already in Sonic Prime. I've seen some writers I've seen some of their work, and they have been doing pretty dark stuff. I forgot some of the writers' names, but if you look at the writers and if you look at their history, you can tell that their history has been into pretty deep storytelling and with pretty graphic images of certain characters. Now, when it comes to Sonic the Hedgehog, now obviously we won't have anything that's like gory or anything like that, but it's almost certain that we're going to have a very deep storytelling. It's almost certain that all of these characters are going to have a lot of details about what is like a lot of character building, and with like Tails and Sonic and stuff like that, and with new characters probably going to be introduced into the series. I'm excited, actually really excited for that part, because I want to see new characters and possibly even a new villain to spice up the story elements of this show. So a lot of that is going to be put in place, and now I want to make a what if when it comes to this show, and like what if we are introduced to time travel or anything that we have already seen before. Like for example, like what if we see like multiverses of different like Sonic characters, or like in terms of Sonic characters, I'm talking about actually Sonic the Hedgehog, Dreamcast Sonics, modern Sonic and classic Sonic, and even Sonic Prime, this version of Sonic, Prime Sonic, I would like to call them, and all of these different characters going at it. I mean, we've already seen it before with Sonic Generations, and I mean Sonic Generations has already introduced the already introduced time travel in the Sonic franchise. So, and we've already seen this before with like different franchises like Dragon Ball and the Marvel Comics, Marvel's Avengers, and the MCU basically. And what else? We've seen it in something else. Oh yeah, Back to the Future. So, and Back to the Future actually, I believe, started it all when it comes to the concept of what it means to be into like going back to the past, and how that would kind of like create a new timeline. But in Back to the Future, it was a little different in terms of the concept, because in Back to the Future, Marty McFly had to go back to the past to, I think, help his parents out. I think that was Back to the Future 2. And when it happened, he had to not associate with his parents as much, or not deal with like a lot of the things that was happening in that world. Otherwise, he was going to affect his future. Now, when it comes to that, it's a little different from something like Dragon Ball that introduced time travel, because in the Goku Black arc, Trunks went back in time, and when he went back in time, he was a completely different version of Trunks. Now, it wasn't the same future Trunks that we had in the Cell Saga of Dragon Ball. It was a different Trunks that needed help from Goku Black, and the reason why it was a different Trunks was because he altered time to the point where he split into two timelines, and with those two timelines, there's two different variations of Trunks, and there's multiple timelines in Dragon Ball Super. So, with that being said, especially when you have Zamasu going into those different timelines and affecting it differently, and then not only that, you had Goku Black, which was technically Zamasu, who in another timeline that attacked Goku, that switched bodies with Goku, and then killed Goku using his own body. So it's like when it comes to Trunks, and when it comes to the story of Sonic Prime, let's talk about that more. And with Sonic Prime, I'm expecting to see something not in the lines of Dragon Ball's concept of time travel, but I think it's going to be more in the lines of like something simplified, not too complicated. I'm expecting it to be a little bit more like Back to the Future, because even though some people may think Back to the Future's timeline is kind of complicated, it's actually more simplified than Dragon Ball. It's actually a lot more simplified than you think. All you have to do is just not go back into the past and affect something that will affect the future. That's literally what it is. It doesn't have anything about timelines or time travel. I mean, it does have time travel, but it doesn't have anything to do with like timelines or anything really complicated like that. Just do not go back into the past and fuck shit up, and you will not be able to affect anything in the future. Everything in the future will still be the same. That is the main concept of Back to the Future. I hope they don't take the Dragon Ball route, because Dragon Ball is really complicated when it comes to that. I expect that if that was to happen, a lot of Sonic characters are going to rejoin and try to stop whatever evil is out there. Hopefully, when it comes to the villain, it won't be just Dr. Eggman. That is the main problem of the series. I hope that there's going to be a new enemy of the series that we will be able to be introduced by, because I know that when it came to Infinite from Sonic Forces, a lot of people really loved Infinite until, you know, his story dropped. And but in general, like, people really loved Infinite when he first came out, and I really loved his character design, and I really loved the fact that he was using past characters of Sonic the Hedgehog to, you know, manipulate. And also, I forgot that Sonic Mania / Sonic Forces, they also introduced time traveling, sort of, not really. It was more like, you know, time, you know, going into a different timeline. It was a little different. It wasn't like Generations, where Sonic was going back into the past and was saving, you know, this past and then going back like that. It was more like, okay, Sonic Mania, or classic Sonic, is going into modern Sonic's world, and that was it. That's literally how far it went. And to me, I mean, if it's going to be like that, then I would highly appreciate it if Sonic Prime just introduced, you know, characters from the past, and that's it. There was no complications. There's no discussion about, you know, the concept of time travel and all that complicated shit that I think even Sonic Unleashed, not Sonic Unleashed, even Sonic 06 got into, but it was genuinely bad because of, you know, the characters like Elise and like Memphilis, and it was just a whole shit show. But overall, let me know what you guys think. I think that time travel could be a good they can implement time travel, and I think it will be a good idea, but it would have to have a lot of thought process put into it. And, you know, it shouldn't be too complicated. It should not be too overly exacerbated when it comes to, you know, the concept. Just make it simple. Just make a simple Sonic story. Make it smooth. I want to see, you know, all the characters into, you know, this show, and it would just be cool to see that. One thing I will say is that don't make like multiple Sonics, you know, like a billion Sonics. I don't want all that. I just want like at least 2 or maybe 3 Sonics into the same world, and they try to stop Dr. Eggman. And also, when it comes to Sonic the Hedgehog, you should not make it so that it's only Sonic. Obviously, put other characters into the show and make them relevant, because remember, this is time traveling we're talking about, so that means we also have Tails, we also have Knuckles, and, you know, Blaze if she's in the show, Silver. I'm assuming Silver's in the show because he's in Sonic Forces, and, you know, all these other characters like classic Eggman and stuff like that. So that's what I'm expecting. Let me know what you guys think, and if you like this video, check out all my other videos that I made, and check out my future videos that I will continue to make about Sonic the Hedgehog and other video game characters that you know, I might put some time into. So this is Kai Rose signing out, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.